What's up, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be talking about my top 5 most surprising teams after week 1 of the NBA season. These teams are going to include ones that have really made a big leap to start off the year and have really surprised me by how well they've been playing. So let's get right into it. The first team on my list is the Memphis Grizzlies. The reason why I have the Grizzlies up on this list is just because of, how well they've been playing together as a team, and also just some of the production that has been coming, out of their players, the production that they've been having as a team. And they really have some players that have really played better than expected. And a big reason why they're playing so well right now is Moran. Moran is going crazy right now. Started off the season with 37 points. Just scored 40 points a couple days ago against the Lakers away. 40 points against the Lakers away. So he's been playing absolutely amazing. I had him in the running for most improved player. But man, Moran's been playing like an MVP type player to start off the year. He's just been playing unbelievable. He's just been going crazy. He's playing super aggressive. He's not sitting back, relaxing. He's just going right at the defense and playing great on both sides of the ball. And you could definitely see he's coming into the season with a different level of intensity and just motivation and drive. And we could definitely see that right now. He's playing unbelievable, and he's a big reason why the Grizzlies are, playing really great basketball right now. Currently, they are fifth in the West. They're currently 2-1, and they are 1-0 at home and 1-1 away. And they have a point differential of 4.6. And they are averaging around 123 points per game, which is, crazy. They've been putting up a lot of points. A lot of those points have been coming from players like, Morant, guys like Brandon Clark have been really doing well. Jaren Jackson's been doing his thing. I've been liking Steven Adams on the team, how he's really been able to fit in. Ja's just, the players around Ja are really just helping him become the player that we all know he can be, which is a superstar in this league. They are really building a great young core around Ja, and we can really see that right now. And they also have a pretty, their defense is kind of struggling right now. They're averaging 118 opponent point per game right now, which isn't really that great, but I'm expecting their defense to improve as we get later on into the year, because Ja's a great defensive player. Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson is great on the defensive end, Brandon Clark, guys like that. So I'm expecting them to get a lot better on defense, but right now they've just been playing awesome basketball on the offensive side, and they've really just been going crazy. So I'm excited to see what the Grizzlies can do moving forward into the season, but they're definitely off to a great start right now, and I definitely think that they can compete for a playoff spot. Probably, I could see them around a 6, 7, 8 seed. I don't really see them higher than that, but I definitely think that they can compete for a playoff spot and be, later on, have a playoff spot like later on in the seeding towards the bottom. Don't see them at the top, but definitely see them competing. So excited to see what they can do. The next team that I have on this list is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Man, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been playing unbelievable basketball right now. They've just been going absolutely crazy. Anthony Edwards is playing out of his mind. He's just been going off. You see him driving to the basket, dunking on people, scoring the ball at ease. Guys like, Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, guys like that, just really putting in, that work, putting in that effort, and really just providing to the team and doing whatever they can to make the team succeed and do whatever they can do. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Minnesota right now. They've just been playing absolutely awesome. They are also 2-1. They're one spot ahead of the Grizzlies. They're the 4 seed. They've just really been going off. I've really liked what I've been seeing from Cat. He's going really crazy. Definitely see he's coming into the season with a lot of, motivation, a lot of drive. What happened with his mom is tragic. I know that he thinks about her every single day, and he's going to use her as motivation to take that next step and just get better and better and better as the season goes on. So I'm really excited to see what Cat can do this year. I think he'll be back in the All-Star game like he was a couple years ago, and I could maybe even see him in the MVP consideration, maybe top 10. He's just been having an unbelievable start to the year, 29 points per game, 9.3 rebounds, as well as 2.3 blocks. That is awesome. He's just been doing really well, and the duo of Cat and Anthony Edwards has been unbelievable to start off. Like I said, Cat's averaging 29 points. Anthony Edwards is averaging 25 points per game. And D'Angelo Russell is also averaging 14. But man, if Towns and Edwards can keep on playing like they are right now, they could be one of the best young duos in the NBA. Anthony Edwards is really taking that next step in his NBA career. He's becoming an even better player. Had a great rookie of the year. I think there was a real debate that LaMelo and Anthony Edwards could have been co-rookie of the year last year, but LaMelo ended up winning it. But I definitely think Edwards is going to take a huge leap this year. I think he could also be in the All-Star game alongside Towns. But yeah, just the way that the duo of Towns and Edwards is starting off the year, man, it's going to be scary. It's going to be real scary. If they can keep it up, I'm expecting them to make the playoffs. Same thing with, the Grizzlies. I don't see them being a top, seed, but definitely later on 6, 7, 8 seed. And I definitely could see them competing in the playoffs. They're not going to be an easy team to take down, so really excited to see what they can do. Now, the next team on my list is the Charlotte Hornets. Man, the Hornets are playing unbelievable basketball right now. They are currently 3-1, third seed in the East. They're 1-1 at home, 2-0 away. They are around 121 points per game right now and giving up about 117 points per game. So, their defense is still kind of struggling, just like the Grizzlies, but they're a young team. They're going to start to figure things out as the season moves on, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the team so far. Guys like Miles Bridges, Michigan State, baby, he's going crazy. Miles Bridges averaging 25 points per game. Mason Plumlee leading the team in rebounds with 10.2 rebounds a game. LaMelo with 6.8 assists per game. And Miles Bridges is also playing really good on the defensive end. He's averaging 2 steals. So he's been doing his thing on both the offensive and defensive end of the court. But the Charlotte Hornets have really been able to, come together as a team, and they're really young, but I definitely see a lot of potential for them later on in the year and in years to come. Like I said, Miles Bridges, 25 points per game, and then LaMelo Ball is also averaging 22.8 points per game. So that young duo is really starting to, do its thing and really come together. So I think that they could be a great duo many years to come. And they have some great other, role players and other pieces that have been doing their thing. Guys like Gordon Hayward, Kelly Oubre, Ish Smith, they've been going crazy. They've been doing their thing. Gordon Hayward is currently averaging 17 points per game. Kelly Oubre 16.8 points per game, and then Ish Smith 10 points per game. So, guys like that, just role players that have really been able to, do their thing. They're not going to be the stars, but they're really helping the team, come together and doing their thing. Everybody has a role. And a big thing in the NBA is just being able to fit your role and be the best at your role. And Gordon Hayward, Oubre, Ish Smith, guys like Cody Martin, Mason Plumlee, Terry Rozier, PJ Washington, they've really been able to succeed in their role. And I definitely, think that they're going to be a top team in the East this season. I could see them, in the playoffs, maybe 5 seed, 4 seed. They almost made the playoffs last year. They were the 1 seed in the play-in tournament at one point. Then they got, some injuries, kind of fell back a little bit, but I definitely think that they're going to make a huge leap this season and just become, a perennial Eastern Conference contender for many years. LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges alongside, and then Gordon Hayward and Oubre alongside them, and a bunch of other young pieces like PJ Washington, Jalen McDaniels, Vernon Carey, Terry Rozier, guys like that. That whole team is really going to be able to succeed because they're so young, and I definitely can see all those guys progressing in the upcoming years, and they're definitely going to be a team to be reckoned with, not just this year but many years to come. So I'm excited to see what the Hornets can do this year, and again, wouldn't be surprised if they can snag a playoff spot around the 5-6 seeds. So really excited to see what they can do. Now the next team on my list are the New York Knicks. Man, the Knicks, they've been playing really great basketball. They started off the season, really well, like crazy well against the Boston Celtics. Came up, with a huge clutch victory. He's been guys like Julius Randle, Emmanuel Quickly, Derrick Rose, guys like that. Kemba Walker's been doing his thing. They've just been playing unbelievable basketball. Against the Magic, they played a great game. And then last night, I believe, they beat the Sixers. That was a great win for them at home. Amazing game. They've just been playing unbelievable basketball. And, you saw last year, nobody expected them to be as good as they were last year, but they really played well. I believe they were like the 4 seed last year, and a big reason was because of the play of Julius Randle, most improved player, the coaching of Tom Thibodeau, and a lot of other young pieces like Quickly, and then some veterans, like Derrick Rose and guys like that, Nerlens Noel. They really have some great young pieces on that roster, blended with some veteran leadership. So they have it all, really, and I can definitely see them taking another step forward from how they were last year and maybe become a top 3 seed. I don't know. They've just been going all absolutely dumb to start off the year. They're playing unbelievable basketball. Their defense is unbelievable as it was last year. Tom Thibodeau's a big reason why their defense is so great. Thibodeau led a great defense in Chicago, was a big reason why that Chicago team with Derrick Rose, Carlos Boozer, Joakim Noah, Jimmy Butler, guys like that. Thibodeau's a big reason why that team was so successful on the defensive end of the floor, and he's bringing his defensive coaching and leadership and knowledge to the Knicks, and they've just been playing unbelievable defense since he got there. And starting off this season, that hasn't changed. RJ Barrett's been playing absolutely awesome defensively. He locked up Jason Tatum in the clutch the first game of the season, really locked him up, played amazing on the defensive end. And yeah, Evan Fournier has been playing great, 1.5 steals, and Julius Randle also has 1.8 blocks right now. So they're getting a lot of defensive, leadership, defensive output from their players. And, there's other like great, young defensive players that on this team that haven't really been getting a lot of love. Like, man, Derrick Rose, he's been playing great on the defensive end. He's averaging 1.3 steals a game. Kemba Walker's averaging a steal. Obi Toppin is averaging a steal. Like their whole team is producing defensively. They really are. And I'm excited to see what they can do on that end of the floor as the season moves along. Julius Randle starting off the season hot, coming off his most improved season. 25 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists. He's been playing and blocks too. So he's been playing absolutely awesome. He's been carrying the team. Not carrying, but he's been the biggest reason why they've been starting off so hot. Didn't have a great series against the Hawks last year in the first round. Was a big reason why they didn't, win that series. And Julius Randle said it himself on Inside the NBA, with Shaq and Ernie Johnson and all those guys, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley. He said that he has to be better. He looked at the film of the last, of the playoff series against the Hawks and knew he had to play better. So him knowing that and him taking accountability shows me that, he's just a guy that is ready to take that next step this year. And it was just so impressive to see him take accountability, because not a lot of guys are willing to do that, but he is. So, props to him, and I'm expecting him to have a huge, huge season. And so, yeah, Evan Fournier's been playing awesome, averaging 19 points per game. Derrick Rose, 14 points per game. Kemba, 12 points per game. Again, Kemba, he struggled. He has knee problems. He's been struggling with that when he was in Boston. Kind of a question. He's kind of questionable. It was a questionable decision for the Knicks to pick him up, for the Knicks to get him, because, he's been injury prone the past couple of years, but, he's doing his thing right now. He's been fitting his role. He's been doing what he has to do. And if he can keep it up, keep on doing his thing, I think the Knicks will really be able to take that next step, because last year Julius Randle was really carrying the team. But now, with guys like Derrick Rose and Kemba, and then RJ Barrett progressing, Mitchell Robinson coming back, Emmanuel Quickly coming into his second year, there's going to be a lot more production from other pieces, so Julius Randle can kind of sit back at some points of the game and just, rest a little bit, because he knows that other players on the team can, do their thing and can produce. So really excited to see the Knicks later on in the season, and I think that they could actually make a playoff run this year. So really looking forward to it. And now the biggest surprise for me starting off the season, and I think you guys can kind of expect it. It's the Chicago Bulls. Man, the Chicago Bulls have been playing absolutely great basketball. They've been awesome. Starting off the season 4-0, 2 division wins. Starting off, they average 107 points per game and 97 opponent points per game. So they've been playing great defense to start off, and have also been producing on the offensive end. Again, well, they're not really like one of the top offenses in the league. They're kind of on the lower end of, offense. But I think that, with the additions that they've made, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, and then Zach Levine being there, they kind of have to learn how to, work together and come together as a team. So it's kind of expected that they're going to struggle to start off. And they're still the best team in the league right now. So that just shows how talented their team is. They really got to just, once they really come together and get everything together and kind of learn each other's play styles, learn how to make each other better, I think they're going to be even better to continue, with the season. They're going to be even better later on, and that's scary because they've been playing unbelievable starting off the season. So yeah, they just gotta really just kind of fit in some cracks, fill in some holes in their team, and just learn how to work together and learn each other's tendencies, what they liked in the game, how to make each other better. And once they figure that out, again, they're going to be a scary team. So really looking forward to seeing how they play later on. Uh, Zach Levine's leading the team in points with 25. Vus leading the team in rebounds with 11.5. Lonzo's averaging 5 assists a game. Steals, Caruso averaging 3 steals a game. Caruso's a great defensive player. And then Lonzo's leading the team in blocks with 1.8 a game. So their team's really been unbelievable on the defensive end. Zach Levine again, 25 points per game, leading the team. DeMar following up with 22, averaging 22 points a game. Vus with 14, and Lonzo with 14. So, getting a lot of production from their stars on the team, especially on the offensive end. But again, guys like Caruso, Patrick Williams, Javonte Green, they've really been producing on the defensive end and have been playing really great defensive basketball, especially Caruso. He's been 3 steals a game is just unbelievable. Hopefully he can keep that up. I think he can make an all-defensive team alongside Lonzo. But yeah, again, the Bulls are really just going absolutely crazy. Really, really excited to see them later on in the season when they can really come together and, really learn each other's games and be at their top, level and top chemistry. So really excited to see them. So those are my top 5 most surprising teams after week 1 of the season. Guys, go ahead and click the video on the screen right now. That's my most recent video, so go ahead and click on that after this video's over. So, yep, just go ahead and watch that video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.